Hi, it's me, Celeste, your canary in the coal mine. So, based on my two previous videos about using filtered water for your house and distilled water for cooking and drinking, I had a question come up from one of my friends. She said, well, what's the difference? Wouldn't the filtered water for the whole house just be enough? And the difference is that filtered water, although it's very good, it filters out, depending on your filter, it filters out a lot of things that aren't good for you to be taking into your body. It doesn't produce absolutely pure water. It produces water that still has some impurities in it. But with the right kind of filter, you get out the biggest harm producers. But a distiller is a device that's been used in chemistry for centuries that causes the liquid in one container to rise up and cross over a tube into another container. And in that process, all the impurities are left behind in the first container. And so what you get in the second container is absolutely 100% pure, whatever it is. This process was used years ago by bootleggers who were making corn liquor and stuff. They would distill it. They would remove the impurities from it by boiling it in one container, having it rise up as steam over in through a series of tubings that cooled it down and deposited in the holding container, which was where they would take the purified substance. So I just wanted to show you some pieces of my distiller. I left the housing in my kitchen, but I want to show you some of the parts of it. So this part is the boiler. I put water that was unfiltered or tap water into this container, and this plugs into the housing, and there's a heating element in the bottom of it that causes the water in this container to boil. Now what I want to show you is what a mess the inside of this container was. When I first got it, it was brand new, nice shiny stainless steel, and now it's got all kinds of caked on sediment that came out of the water that boiled away. Let me show you that in a little more detail because I don't know how well you were able to see that. But here's some chips of the stuff that came out of the water. Okay, whole bunch of chips of stuff that comes out of the water. And mostly it's the solid minerals that are semi-dissolved in the water that are coming out. The same stuff that your water softener might remove, but it isn't completely that. I don't know if you could see, but the water that comes out of my tap here in the Chicago area, it's supposedly pure lake water. But the truth is that on the inside of my shower stall and stuff, I can see kind of an orangey film that is deposited. So that's something, and maybe it's rust or something like that, but it's something that absolutely pure water wouldn't have in it. So you put the water in this container, and you put it in the housing unit where the electrical outlet is, and it goes up over the top through some tubing, and it comes down in this container. And this container holds absolutely 100% pure water. And the good thing about this distillation process, in addition to getting rid of these hard water chemicals like this stuff, is that it also gets rid of a lot of what they call the volatile organic chemicals like benzenes and things like that are really not good for the body. So I wanted to clarify that. You might ask now, so why don't we just have distilled water for our whole house? Well, this is actually kind of a lengthy process. It takes several hours for me to produce 1 gallon of distilled water. So that's enough for daily living, for drinking and cooking with, but not enough to be able to do your whole house. You need something much faster for your whole house, for the taps, for the shower, and so forth. So as I said before, you either put a whole house filter on your whole water system if you can, or you put individual filters on the different outlets where you have water, as I described in another video. So that's what I wanted to clarify today, was what's the difference between a distiller and a filter. And if you can't go with a distiller and you want to use filters, by all means get a really high quality filter like a reverse osmosis filter, not just frankly, a Brita in your refrigerator, that's just a carbon filter, and it only takes out a minimal amount of stuff. So it might make your water taste a little better, but we're looking at the health issues here. You know, it's not so much the taste, it's whether or not this is going to be healthy for your body. I just don't like the idea of my body having to work really hard to filter out all kinds of stuff all the time. That just puts an undue load on the liver and the kidneys. So why not lighten the load on the body? The body's got plenty enough other stuff to deal with our air and other chemicals and so forth that are in our environment today. Give it a break and give it some really pure water for it to use in dumping off that other stuff that's coming out, that the kidneys and the liver filter out of the blood. So that's it for today, and I hope this helps clarify for you why you need both a steam distiller for the water that you cook with and drink, and a whole house filter or individual filters on all your taps for the rest of the things. So thanks so much, and I want you to be well. Thanks.